Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be learning how to draft a princess that bustier. This is going to be a simple straight to the point tutorial. So if this looks like something that you will like to learn, kindly stick around. So first of all, we proceed to marking all our horizontal measurements, which is my shoulder to my bust point or nipple point, shoulder to under bust, shoulder to half length. So I'll be stopping mine at the half length because I'm going to attach a skirt to it. But if yours is going to be a full blouse, you can take it to however you want your blouse, however long you want your blouse to be. So after marking further, I will now proceed to marking my armhole line, which is my bust divided by 6 by plus 1.5. That will give me my armhole. So whatever your bust measurement is divided by 6, then add 1.5 to get your armhole. So I'll just trace out my neckline measurement. I've not determined the neckline I'll be using yet. So after marking that, I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope and connect to my neckline. So I'll just label out my measurements to be able to identify them. After that, I'm going to mark half of my nipple to nipple point, so which is 3.5. Whatever your nipple to nipple point is, you mark half of it and mark it and stop at your bust point. So now I'm going to get my armhole cuff. I'll be dividing my shoulder to my armhole line into 2, and then on the half of it I will come in by 0.75. so I'll just mark half of my bust measurement. I divide my bust measurement into 4, and then I'll mark whatever I have there and connect from that half to the curve of, I'll use it to form the curve to my bust measurements. So now for the darts on my under bust, I'll be coming out by 1.5, and to my half length I'll come down by 1.5 as well. Now if the person is very busty, you can do as much as 2 inch. So for the other part, I'll be coming in by half an inch. This half an inch is standard despite the size of the person. So I'll connect it to with a curve to my bust point, but I didn't connect it up to the bust point. I came down by half an inch. This is to avoid any pointy lines, any pointy curves. If you connect it directly, by the time you want to join it to the other part, it won't be that curvy. So you come down by half an inch and connect it with a curve from your under bust to the half an inch. Then I'll do the same thing for the other part where I marked half. Now I'm going to the part where I marked half of my armhole measurement. I'm just going to use my curve line now to connect it to my bust point. So now you place the ruler in such a way that everything is going to be curvy, but from that armhole line it shouldn't be too curvy. So now to get my dart, because we need a dart to be able to contour any excess on that part. So if not, if you use it directly like this, there's going to be an excess at the part from your nipple point up to your shoulder line. There's going to be an excess. So I'll just come down by 2 inch for my dart and place my curve ruler and connect it back. So this part is going to be cut off. That is why I'm shading it out. It's going to be cut off. It's a dart, so that place has an excess. So now I'll come out by 2 inches as well, and then from I'll just rule this straight line now to extend these 2 inches. I'll just roll it out, because by the time you are done, when you cut it out, you are going to have a shortage if you proceed to sewing it like this. So you just connect it back to the bust point, to your bust measurement, just the way I did, to avoid any shortage, because that other part is going to be cut off. So now I'm just going to be marking out all my measurements. So first of all, this other part is also a dart. I'll be taking it out. They are not part of the measurement. So when you are taking your measurement, make sure that you add whatever that you shaded out to avoid your measurement from having a shortage. So from here, I'm going to be marking my bust measurement divided by 4. So So I'll proceed to dividing my bust measurement by 4. Whatsoever I have, I'm going to first of all mark, then I'll measure the darts that is there and add it here. Then I add my seam allowance. I'm just going to do the same thing for the under bust. I'll mark whatever I have, add my darts and add my sewing allowance as well. So that's what you are just going to do, even if you are using a full blouse. Then I'll just connect. So I'll just connect on a straight line, and then I'll curve out my bust line. So after that, I'll proceed to, for the back, I'll proceed to marking a straight line first of all. After marking a straight line, I'm going to mark my neckline, my shoulder line, my armhole line, and for the back, I'm not going to be marking your under bust or your bust point, so I'll just mark only my armhole line and my half length line. Like I said, if you are crafting yours to be a full blouse, you are just going to mark your blouse line as well. So I'll come down by 1 inch from my shoulder slope and connect to my neckline. I'll just do all the armhole curls and all of that for the back. So I'll be marking a quarter of my bust measurement to be able to, and I'll mark it to be able to connect my armhole curve. So I'll mark half of my armhole measurement, and then I'll go in by half an inch for the back. Then I'll connect, and then I'll connect with a curve to my bust, half of my bust measurement. I'll just connect it with a curve. For my half length, I'm going to be marking my nipple to nipple measurement to be able to get my back darts. So from the nipple to nipple measurement, I'll come out by half an inch on both sides. I'll first of all mark the straight line, then I'll come down by half an inch on both sides. So after that, I'll proceed to marking quarter of my waist measurement, and then I'll add my darts and add my sewing allowance. Then for the bust, I'll also add my sewing allowance as well and connect straight. So just connect on a straight line. So guys, please, if you're enjoying this tutorial, please kindly like the video, give the video a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. It is free. Please guys, thank you. So after that, now I'll proceed to back it out my zipper allowance. I'll be using 1.5 for my zipper allowance. You can use 1 inch or even half an inch depending on your preference. So now to get my zipper to relax on the half length, I'm going in by half an inch from my zipper allowance. I'll go in by half an inch, then I'll connect it to blend in with my 1.5 at the neckline. So after that, I'll just use my ruler to connect it. Then also on the half length, by the time I'm done with it on the half length, I'll also go up by half an inch. This further eliminates any zipper off. So this is now my new zip line measurement. So I'm going in by half an inch on the length of it, and then I'll connect it straight to my blouse length. So that'll be all for this. Guys, if you enjoyed this tutorial, please kindly like the video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on your bell notification to whenever we post new videos. We'll be coming back with more sewing tutorials. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.